All right, so here is the one astonishing protocol that I've used to effortlessly accomplish my revenue goals. And not only my revenue goals, right? This protocol has helped me make over 700,000 in pure cash. This is cash collected, but it also helped me skyrocket my health and my happiness. And I promise you guys, if you take the few minutes, 5 or 6 minutes of this video to go through this protocol, to learn more about it, I promise you from the bottom of my heart that this is the protocol that has literally changed my life. It changed my health. It changed my relationships. It changed my happiness. It changed my business. And I want to share this with you. This is my purpose to share this. And so please take the 4 to 5 minutes to go through this video. And I promise you, it will be worth it. Okay, so let's dive into it. Now, before we get into it, let me just mention that this is only going to be for people who are serious about being better in every area of their life, not just in business. Right. So if you're just here to make a lot of money, I'm not saying that this protocol won't help you do that, but it's really meant for people that want to level up and be the highest performer and not just business and not just making a lot of money. Because guys, it's not all about that. And our values won't align if all you care about is making a lot of money. Okay. I'm talking about being a high performer in relationships with your spouse, with your kids, with your parents, with the people around you, right? Taking care after your emotional well-being, taking care after your habits, being healthy, being happy, and also making a shit ton of money. That's what this is for. This is for those people that want to level up in every area of their life and as well as in business. Okay. So if that's you, let's keep going. And if you stick to this protocol, like I said, as an effect, just by you being the person that is sticking to this protocol, that's being the person that is aligned with where you want to go in life, you'll see an enormous growth inevitably with your business and your goals. Okay. So how do we know this? We've seen this work time and time again with private clients that we work with one-on-one, as well as my own life. I've seen it happen in my own life, and I've seen it happen with all the clients that we train this on. And this has made a huge difference. Okay. And so for myself, on the business side of things, I've been able to grow a multi six-figure agency. We made over 700,000 in cash collected over the span of 15, 16 months, all while being able to travel the world. We were everywhere in Mexico, Playa del Carmen, Mexico City, every part of the country. We were there, and as well as in Medellin, Colombia. And now I'm moving to my dream place in Bali very, very soon. Okay. So that's what I've been able to do on the business side of things. On top of that, I was able to let go of the agency. And it was a business model that didn't feel aligned with me anymore. And what happened was that I just stuck to what I knew best, which was the protocol. I stuck to being my best self and just staying in that place, even though I was letting go of a business and I felt like the entire thing was falling apart. And I felt like my whole ego was just dying. I stuck to the protocol. I stuck to myself. I stuck to being my best self. And what happened shortly after is I started to attract the best opportunities, the opportunities that I've always dreamt about started coming my way. Okay. And so this is why I truly believe if you stick to a protocol, if you're in a spot where you're just confused, this protocol allowed me and countless others to stick to their goals and accomplish their goals, right? If you say you want something, being able to get it and actually have it happen in your life instead of saying that you want things and then 2, 3 years later, you still haven't got what you wanted. Okay. And it takes you becoming a person to hit the goals, right? The type of person that's able to hit their goals. And so before we dive into what this protocol is, let me give you a peek into what life was like for me before this protocol. And let me know if you guys can relate to this. Okay. So before this protocol, I was sleeping late and I was waking up late. I always felt like I was behind in the day. Or there's never a time that I woke up and I just felt like I was on time. I was always late. I didn't have a healthy diet, right? I didn't understand nutrition, how that literally affects everything when it comes to performance. And I eat anything whenever I was hungry. If there's potato chips on the ground, I'd eat the potato chips, right? And this always led to food comas, brain fog, and being lethargic. And what happens is that you just don't perform the same way that you would if you took care of your diet. My attention span was less than a couple of seconds, maybe even less than a couple of seconds. Okay. There's something that was less than a couple seconds, that would be it. That was my attention span. And I couldn't seem to stick with the task and get it done. There's lots of confusion with myself. I couldn't seem to do the things I said I was going to do. And that's the worst feeling as an entrepreneur, is to say that you want to do things and then not do it. There's a lot of confusion when that happens. Okay. And I was easily distracted on social media, wasting time scrolling, just mindlessly scrolling on social media, wasting time, involved in outside chatter. My energy levels were low and I always seemed tired. I just always felt tired. When I woke up, I felt tired. When I was in the middle of the day, I felt tired. At night, I definitely felt tired. Right. So laying in bed felt like a normal state. I just wanted to lay down and not do anything. I rarely felt like doing anything, let alone walk outside and enjoy nature. I felt like I had to drag myself to work. I felt like I had to force myself to do work. I felt like I had to force myself to hop on this call. And it just felt like every single day I was just misaligned, misaligned, misaligned. I felt like every day I was forcing, forcing, forcing. And what happens is that when you're in this state, you will eventually burn out. You will eventually self-sabotage. You will eventually not hit your goals. Right. So I secretly knew that if I kept doing this, right, that I was not performing at my best. However, I just kept hoping that one day things will get better. And the secret is that it won't. This won't get better. This won't magically disappear. You need to address it. Okay. You need to be able to address it. And we go into that later in this video. Okay. Revenue would keep plateauing. So I'd always hit this mark and then I'd just stay at that mark. Or I would hit a high mark and then I would self-sabotage for whatever reason. I'd hit like, we hit huge revenue goals and then I would just self-sabotage and I bring it all back down. I'd start to avoid work. I didn't want to work anymore. I stopped putting in the deep work hours. I started losing passion. I started losing discipline. I started getting off my habits. It was a weird, weird thing before I stuck to a protocol. Let me ask you a question. How are we supposed to achieve our revenue goals and truly live our best life if our habits and the way of living is out of line? Okay. If you're not living in a way that's aligned with where you want to go in the future, right? Let's say it's an 8-figure entrepreneur, 9-figure entrepreneur. If you're not living to be the healthiest person, if you want to be the healthiest person in the future, and you're not living those kind of habits, you're not portraying that kind of habits, you're not living that kind of life right now, and bringing that kind of energy to your present moment now, then how are you supposed to even achieve your goals, let alone your revenue goals? If you're not being the type of person that you need to be today. Okay. It's all about when you're achieving goals, when you're wanting to hit your revenue marks, when you're wanting to live your best life, to be the healthiest, to be the happiest. It's all about being the person that deserves to live a life like that. The person that deserves to hit their revenue goals, the person that deserves to be their happiest, the person that deserves to be their healthiest. And that comes with sticking to the habits that are aligned on a daily basis for you to live that kind of life. And that comes with following a strict protocol that's meant and designed in every aspect to make you the person that's going to be this. Okay. So if you do it, if you stick to this protocol, again, it allows you to be the person. And that's the key. You have to be the person. This protocol allows you to be that person required for you to hit your revenue goals and live your best life, live your happiest life, live your healthiest life. Be a high performer in every area of your life. That's what this is all about again. So let me ask you a question, right? I want you to take a look at this and see if any habits or routines look familiar. Okay, I'm going to shotgun these. Laziness, vaping, smoking weed, alcohol, inconsistent workout routines, junk food, no diet, irregular sleeping times, procrastination, clubbing, porn, dopamine, social media, excessive screen time, Netflix, news, negative thinking, low self-esteem, caffeine, lack of sleep, lack of purpose, short attention span. Okay. And if those do look familiar, it's perfectly fine because most entrepreneurs, as well as myself, had struggled with these things in the past. Okay. Or we still struggle with these things. And the problem is that we're all trying to accomplish our goals, right? As entrepreneurs. And we're all trying to live our best life, all trying to be the happiest. We're all trying to have great relationships. We're all trying to be the healthiest version of ourselves. But we're trying to accomplish all of these things while holding on to a 50-pound bag that is obviously holding us back. And the thing is, we don't see it. All of these habits I listed out here. This is the 15-pound bag, the 50-pound bag, sometimes even a 100-pound bag, depending on how excessive you guys do these things. But even if it's a little bit of a weight, okay, these are the things that you're carrying as you go about trying to live your best life, as you go about trying to hit your revenue goals, as you go about trying to build a team. And what happens is that this is what's eventually going to creep back and not allow you to reach the new mark, the new levels. Right. So again, the 50-pound bag that you're carrying, that most entrepreneurs are carrying, are those little small bad habits I listed up that stack up and they compound to be the main thing holding you back. I don't believe there's one main thing that's holding people back. It's a lot of little things, a lot of bad habits that just stack up and they compound day after day, weeks after week, months after month, year after year. And then you ask yourself, why am I not able to accomplish my goals? So in order to get rid of the habits that are holding you back, you might be asking, well, how do I get rid of this? Right? How do I get rid of this 50-pound bag so that I can accomplish the goals and live my best life? You must stick to a protocol. This is what I've realized with myself. This is what I've realized with the private clients that we work with, is that if you don't stick to a protocol, if you don't stick to a non-negotiable things, a list of things every single day, then you will inevitably, and at some point, slip through the cracks, stack up the bad habits, not be the type of person that's needed to achieve your revenue goals, to live your best life, to live your happiest, healthiest life. Okay. And so that this is why we've designed, and this is why you need to stick to this type of protocol. Okay. After I found out about this protocol, I was sleeping and I was waking up at pre-planned times. Everything was on schedule and I felt ahead on time. I had everything planned out for the week. I knew exactly what I had to do and I knew exactly what to do at every given time, right? It was pre-planned. I started eating healthy and I actually had a clean diet, right? And I was disciplined to what comes in my mouth. I didn't just to eat because it felt good to eat. I controlled how many times I ate. And what happened was that through that discipline, you're able to rarely have brain fogs. I'm just full of energy. This is like my normal state. I just have this abundance of energy I can just pull because I eat a clean diet. I'm healthy and I know that. Right. And that's after following this protocol. My attention span, this is one huge thing I've noticed, is way higher than most people. Okay. I don't want to boast my own horn here, but it's way higher than most people. And I can stick with the task for a long period of time and get it done. Right. If I need to get a task done and it takes me 6 hours, 8 hours just to zone in and focus, I can do that. Right. And this is the most important thing for me, is that there's no longer confusion between what I say I'm going to do and what I end up doing. Okay. I see so many entrepreneurs and clients that we work with that say they want to do this. They say they want to quit. They say they want to, take out the bad habits in their life. They say they want to stop looking at their phones. They still do it. And when I got to this point, after following this protocol, I realized that, wow, I can just say I'm going to do something and do it. And this was the best feeling ever. Okay. I was distanced from social media and outside chatter. I didn't care to partake in social media anymore. I knew it was robbing me of my attention. I knew it was robbing me from being my best self. And I spent most of my time, instead of doing all this outside chatter and social media things and caring about that and being consumed by that, I decided to put my focus, my energy, my time, my attention into truly experiencing and living life. And again, living my best life, living my happiest life, living my healthiest life, hitting my revenue goals, right? Energy levels were at all-time high, feeling inspired to walk outside and enjoy nature. Right, every single day, I just wanted to go outside, smell the fresh air, be outside, walk around, be in the sun, get some vitamin D, right? Be full of just, if I need to be productive, I can be productive. If I need to perform, I can perform. And I knew deep inside, deep down, that I was performing at my best. There is no question about it. There's no habits that I felt like that was in my day that wasn't aligned with my future self. And I knew I was performing and just fully locked in on what I have to get done. If I need to get it done, I'm going to do it no matter what to get it done. That's the mentality that I had after I found out about this protocol and I got through the protocol. And it's about taking action. So what is this protocol? Okay, what is this protocol? And how have I used it to effortlessly accomplish my revenue goals, right? Generating over 700,000 in pure cash, while again, skyrocketing my health and my happiness, living my best life, not just in revenue. Okay. And we call this the monk mode protocol. Monk mode protocol. Now, what is monk mode protocol? You might have heard about monk mode protocol, but the way that we do it here is specifically designed, again, to let you perform in every area of your life and so much more than just monk mode. Okay. This is obviously we can't get into the whole thing now, but I'll give you a few roles that we have within a monk mode protocol. If we follow this, again, it's aligning you to be the best person in the future, right? To be the person that's required to hit your goals. Okay. And that's 30 minutes of exercise every single day, non negotiable. Every day, you're disciplining yourself to move your body, to not care what this mind is saying, to take control over what your actions are. And we do that through doing 30 minutes of exercise, no matter what, every single day, non negotiable. 10 minutes of meditation. The same thing here. Your mind's going to have chatter. If you can't sit down and just train your attention, train the ability to sit down, be silent, not move around, be in one place. If you can't do that for 10 minutes, then you're no longer going to have control over your attention. And so we train ourselves every day, no matter what, 10 minutes of meditation. No weed, no alcohol, no vaping. This is huge. Okay. We no longer want to run away from our problems. A lot of the times you try to run away by smoking weed, by drinking alcohol, by smoking a vape, but your problems don't go away. Okay. And for you to be your best self, to accomplish your goals, you need to be able to face problems. You need to have nothing, no vices. You need to be able to fully be yourself and tackle what's in front of you. Same thing with caffeine. There's no caffeine when you follow this protocol, and this is done every single day. No porn, masturbation, orgasm. That's what PMO stands for. No porn, masturbation, orgasm. You want every ounce of energy that you can have going towards living your best life, hitting your revenue goals, again, being the person that's required for you to hit your goals. Okay. You need to eat a clean diet. Clean diet is so important, guys. If you don't have a clean diet that you do every single day, part of the protocol is to make sure that you control what you eat, control what you put in your mouth, so that you can control the rest of your life. It's all about controlling the actions. And you do this. These might seem small. These non-negotiables might seem small. This is what adds up. This is what builds character. This is what builds discipline. This is what builds focus. And you eventually just become a monster when it comes to living your best life. The last one is limited screen time. All right. If at all, no screen time, no social media, anything that produces high amounts of dopamine, getting rid of media, getting rid of news, right? Getting rid of the noise. We call this the noise. When there's so much noise happening outside of you, you're not able to take your own attention and focus it towards where you want it to focus. If it's revenue goals, it's revenue goals. If it's improving your relationship, it's improving your relationship. It's doing what's required to get the result. But a lot of times people are being robbed of their energy. They're being robbed of their attention. And for that reason, they're not able to create. This is about creation. And this protocol, if you guys follow this every single day, allow you to live your best life, allow you to have the things that you want to have, to get after the things that you want and actually achieve them. Okay. And I guarantee you, my entire house, literally, I guarantee you, my entire house, that if you stick to this protocol for even 2/3 of the year, even if you just stick with it 2/3 of the year, you will effortlessly achieve your goals. I promise you that. I guarantee you, my entire house. Okay. And this is possible because what you're doing is you're letting go of all the things that that's holding you back, which adds extreme fuel and focus and fire towards whatever that you're looking to create. And when you let go of all those little pounds, that 50-pound bag that you're holding on to, when you let go of all the things that are holding you back, what's left is just immense amounts of fuel, of energy, of focus towards whatever you want in life. And if that thing that you want in life is living your best life, hitting all of your revenue goals, mastering and just becoming the best in every area of your life, that's what's going to happen. And you'll see it come into fruition. Now, it's one thing, and you guys all know this as entrepreneurs, it's one thing to know what to do. And it's another thing to be able to do it, take action. And taking action is what truly, truly matters, which is why our purpose, we came out with this, is monk mode life. Okay. So in monk mode life, we have a 60-day monk mode transformation. where we have the 60-day monk mode challenge. And you got to follow the protocol, everything I listed out there, and a lot more that I can't cover in this video, but a lot more where we dive into your mindset, where we really take out the things that are holding you back in life. We do that for 60 days of a challenge to stick to being your best self, to being the person with the habits, everything aligned with where you want to go in the future. Okay, so that's the main part, the 60-day challenge. We also have twice a week, we have 2-hour calls, 1 hour of mindset training, a body training of whatever training that we need, as well as 1 hour of Q&A. We have that twice a week for 2 hours with me personally. And I'm going to make sure if you guys are struggling with the challenge, I'm there to support. We've been through this. We've helped other clients do this. We know what's going to happen, what's going to come up, and we want to help support you so that you can make it through the 60 days. Okay. We'll have a Slack channel where we'll send out daily proof of works. Okay. I'm not here to talk. I'm not here to say I want things. I want to see people, right? So what we require of every student, every coaching client is that you send your proof of work. If it's your screen time, your screenshot of your screen time on social media or on your phone, then you send the screenshot so that we know, okay, you only spent, 1 hour on your phone today. Okay. You got to send your end of day reports, which is making sure I didn't watch porn. I didn't, I got my 30 minutes of exercise. I got my 10 minutes of meditation. I did my cold showers. Okay. We want to have end of day reports every single day. This is how we hold you accountable. This is how we make sure that you're being the person that you say that you wanted to be, right? And then you're being it now. You're being in the present moment so that you can be it in the future and get all the things that you want in the future. Okay. We track your time on assignments. Okay. Everything will be tracked, measured. If you guys have Whoop or Aura stats, we'll be, measuring that. We'll be tracking that. We'll have weekly recording. So all the calls will be recorded. You'll have a short version of the monk mode course, which we're building out every single day to make sure that you guys can level up your mindset and have everything that you guys need for this way of living. Okay. We have accountability and private group chat. So you'll have a private group chat with me where you can ask any questions. I'll be holding you accountable throughout the whole 60 days. All right. And you're going to have the last thing I wanted to add on here because listen, I'm not in it for the money anymore. Okay. I'm way past that. I'm here to really make sure because I truly believe that if you follow this monk mode protocol and you go through the 60 days, that you will live a better life. And that is the most meaningful thing to me right now. But I can help other people live their best life. Okay. And so for that reason, I'm including unlimited, and I mean unlimited, one-on-one access to my private calendar. Okay. This isn't like this is going to be separate from the coaching calls where it's a group coaching call. This is going to be my private calendar. We'll hop on Zoom. Right? We'll hop on Zoom, have a chat one-on-one, and let me help you. Let me support you. If you need a person to listen to, let me listen to you. Right. But I want to help you go through this challenge because I know if you stick to this protocol, your life will change. Okay. And I normally charge 300 plus for my private clients an hour. You're going to have unlimited access to me. Okay. To be able to dive in so you can live your best life. And I'm serious about this. Okay. So that's the 60-day transformation. That's the program that we're currently promoting in Monk Mode Life. And here's the thing. Again, I want to make this clear. I'm no longer in it for the money. I truly want to make an impact in your life. Okay. I truly want to make an impact in your life. And that's why the first couple of students, I'm going to make the barrier of entry very reasonable because obviously at some point, we're going to have to raise our prices. At some point, we're going to, for us to leave a bigger impact, on this world, we're going to have to raise the barrier of entry. But for right now, I've made it very, very reasonable. Okay. So for the next few entrepreneurs that decide to take on the challenge and that want to have a conversation with us, I will be making this less than a 4-figure investment. Okay. That means less than $1,000. You can go through this entire program, have one-on-one access with me, unlimited one access, have access to weekly calls, have access to the Slack channel, have our team hold you accountable for less than $1,000 for the 60-day challenge. And I promise you, if you go through this whole 60-day challenge and you stick to the protocol, the benefits, the return on investment will be way more than $1,000 that you'll be astonished. And this will be the best investment that you do this year for yourself. And this is for you to have skin in the game. You got to put in something, right? And so we're just asking for a little bit of something so you can have skin in the game, so that you can commit to being your best self, to living your best life, to hit your revenue goals and do the things that you say you want to do. Okay. And this may change depending on when you're watching this. Okay. But just reach out to us and we'll let you know. But most likely, if you're seeing this video, it's still up. Okay. I would honestly make this free, and we do have a free group, right? But it doesn't come close to what we're going to be talking about in our private coaching group. This is for you to, again, hold yourself accountable, have skin in the game, see it as an investment towards yourself to commit and actually finish the freaking challenge. Okay. It's 60 days of just grind time. It's 60 days of monk mode for you to just do the things that you say you want to do and be your best self. And again, the effects and benefits of going through monk mode won't even compare to the investment that you're going to make. Okay. So I'll leave you off with this. You have two options. Number one, you can either go about trying to achieve your goals yourself and give this challenge a shot. You can even give this challenge a shot. I gave you the challenge, right? This is why it's not like a webinar where I just try to sell you something and I don't give you any information. I gave you the entire protocol, right? But if you understand that you want guidance, you want accountability, you want the community, you want people that have done this before, you want a partner, you want to have access to somebody, a coach that's done this for myself as well as for other people. You want to also have skin in the game and invest something to make sure that you finish the challenge, to actually make sure that you make the change within our 60-day transformation. Then if you're the slightest bit interested and you were on the latter half, okay, and you're slightest bit interested in learning more about the monk mode challenge, let's just have a chat. Let's just have a chat, worst case, right? I won't bite and we'll see if we're even a fit. Because the thing is, not every client's going to be a fit. And every client has to speak with me first before joining the program, right? You need to speak with me first. The reason why is because some students, I don't want you to join this challenge or pay and have skin in the game if you're not going to actually finish the challenge, guys. Okay, so you might not have, honestly, capacity. You might be a great fit, but you might not have capacity to do a challenge like this right now. It's intensive. It requires a lot, right? But if you're committed, right, and you have the capacity to be able to commit and finish this challenge, right? And the key word is finish the challenge, then I'd be happy to have a chat, right? And so therefore, just book a time with us. Let's just see where you're at in terms of your schedule. And I'll be doing the one-on-one interviews for the next few weeks. Okay. But you need to speak with me before joining this program. Okay. So I'll be the one that's taking these interviews. You can speak with me directly. There'll be a button below to schedule a call with me. Okay. It's going to be with me, no one else. And let's just see if we're going to fit. Let's get to know each other. And again, my purpose is to help you live your best life. That's what my purpose is. I'm here to help. Okay. So if you want to schedule a call to see, Caleb, I just had some advice, man. I appreciate what you've done. And I appreciate this video. And you just want some advice, go ahead, just book that call. All right. I'll help you out and see what we can do. All righty, guys. Hope to see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys later.